Hey guys, welcome back to Girls Group Chat, and this is about childhood, strict parents and growing up. If you'd like to introduce yourselves.
Hello world, I am Naomi, one of Kanisha's friends.
Yes.
We've been friends since like 2018 now.
2018, yes.
Yeah,
So it's been
NCS
eight
days.
years.
So COVID got the better of us, but here we are.
We
back
went
again.
our separate ways and now we rekindled. So
Exactly.
yeah, honestly, I'm so happy to have you on the podcast. Cause
Thank you for
I've
having
been
me.
thinking, I was like, I need people. And I'm like, you know what? Naomi's probably the best one right now because we've got so much stuff in common. I'm not even lying.
See it as a positive or a negative, but it's a positive we can laugh about it now.
Yeah, exactly.
But back in the day, it was stressful.
It was so stressful navigating strict parents. Also, a disclaimer: we're not dissing our parents at the moment. Like, we're not dissing.
Love you.
We're just talking through our experiences, just like, and it's like more of the funny, chaotic side.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of like, I don't know, trauma bonding. I don't know, but it could be in here. So.
It's funny to look back at it now.
Yeah.
But it's just funny as well to know how, like, sometimes, dare I even say unreasonable? I think that's probably the wrong word to use. But, like, it's just funny how, like, now that we're grown adults and, like, we're living our own lives, it's just, like, looking back, we think, oh, my God, that happened to you as well?
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, exactly.
So it's, like, just sharing our
And
experiences.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, we've been, in no contact for, like, 5-6 years, but, like, most of it, basically. So then, obviously, we went through a lot. A lot happens in 5 years. So, like, we went through that thing as well, and then we're just back together. Now because we're adults, obviously, we communicate a lot different to how teens communicate and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, now we're just talking about our experiences growing up, all our catching up sessions as well. I think we've caught on a lot of like similarities in terms of like strict parents and how they navigate things, how we navigate and deal with things as well.
In terms of, like, family backgrounds, my family's Dutch, but my grandparents are all from Suriname, which is South America.
South America.
So it's like, I can even tell with, like, the stories that we have of our stories that we definitely have, like, similarities but also differences in our kind of, like, backgrounds.
Maybe culturally and the way they deal with things and all of that stuff might be slightly different. Yeah.
Like, it seems like don't get me wrong, like, it was definitely a strict upbringing.
Oh yeah.
But very different to, like, other, because some kids, like, they're like, oh, my parents only give me 20 quid this week to spend. They're so strict.
Mate.
And I'm just like, you got money?
Yeah, you got money? Like,
what?
People that get pocket money for doing chores at home. No, let's go there. Mate, growing up, I got so confused where kids get money from.
I got 15 quid today.
15
Do you want to go down to the shop?
Yeah, and I'm like,
what?
Wait, what?
Where are you getting money from?
Where did you get that money from? You're like, oh, my parents gave it to me. Or like, oh, I got paid
I clean
for,
my bike.
Yeah, I clean my bike, or I wash their car, or I clean my room. And I'm like,
I wish my upbringing was that easy.
There's times where I do their dishes and didn't even get paid. And helps them out on, like, government documents and translating all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because my parents, they know English, they can speak English. It's just, like, all the complex terms and all the jargon that they use in documents can obviously be sometimes overwhelming for them. So then I'll obviously have to sit down, explain, and all of that stuff. Stuff like that, done for free. I was literally their PA at the age of 7?
Imagine if you had to hire a translator.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't get me wrong. Again, I don't want that to sound bad as if, like, oh, you shouldn't help your parents. But it's crazy how, like, that responsibility gets, like,
at such a young age. It really shapes you, actually.
100%.
And I don't think people realise that until, like, you're, like, a lot older.
Exactly. And which is, like, obviously it's great for us now because we know how to do the majority of things now.
Paperwork.
But, like, when you go to school and then you compare yourself to, like, other kids, you think, oh my God, like, I'm actually well jealous now. I remember, like, the first time getting, like, a couple of quid, or, like, even just getting, like, your first job at, like, 14, 15, whatever it is. And then, like, you get money and you're like, oh my God, I can spend this now. And then still your parents are like, no, you can't just spend that. No, you got to save that. Yeah. You got to do this, you got to do. And I'm just like,
save what? Like, I want to go out and buy my own thing. You know what? I've actually bought stuff behind my parents' back, and then obviously, then show them, like, a few months later and be like, they'll be like, oh, what's that? And I was like, I bought it ages ago.
Yeah. But you bought it like a couple of days ago. Yeah. Oh my God, I used to do that as well. And then you lie about the price.
Yeah. Oh remember my days. I've spent
when something costs £100.
The most,
it was only £25.99.
Yeah, exactly. I think the most expensive item that I've actually bought was like the Polaroid printer. You know the Instax cameras. They have the printers as well.
Oh my god!
And I was thinking, let me get the printer because the camera I have to carry that around. Whereas this one, I could just take it on my phone, Bluetooth it, and it will just print out. That cost $250. I saved up like for months and months for that, right? And I spent that. I ordered it off Amazon and it arrived. I think I remember getting it and no one was at home, so I was like, because my parents would have seen it.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like a few months later, I started printing out like all the I started printing Polaroids as soon as I got it.
Yeah.
So I was so excited to use it. And then a few months later, I started stacking up these like Polaroids. Like, I've grown like a Polaroid collection. And I think one time, Mum went through my room and she was like, "Oh, what are these?" And I was like, "Oh, they're pictures." And they were like, "Where did you print them from?" And I was like, "I got this printer." And she was like, how much was it? And I was like, "Oh, it was like £50. Like I bought it from CEX." I was like, I had to
that's not too bad for the price, is it? No, Mum,
definitely not. No, it's actually $250.
Do you know what mine used to be? Shoes. A massive obsession. I still do, but I can't afford it now.
Yeah.
But like a massive obsession with just getting loads of different shoes, and I used to have a preference. I love a shoe with a big old platform on it.
Oh, same, like chunky.
Trainer. And it's like, it's crazy how like even back then, like sometimes I just get like the same shoe but just a different colour.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'd have to hide the shoes because if my mum found out that I bought another pair of shoes, and oh my god, the sound of Naomi, why are you buying more shoes? You don't even wear that many shoes in a week. And the thing is, what's funny is like I'm saying it in English, but she wasn't telling me off in English. She was telling me off in Dutch, and I don't know if anyone's heard like the Dutch language.
I've never heard that.
It doesn't sound nice when you're getting told off. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Does it sound harsh though?
It sounds harsher than English, in my opinion. Anyway, I think like if my mum tells me off like in Dutch, I'm more intimidated than if she told me off in English. If she told me off in English, I'd be like, "Pack it in, mum.
Yeah.
Have a day off." Do you know what I mean?
Take a chill pill and just.
Do you want a cup of tea? Because you look like you need one. Whereas now it's like, if she started telling me off in Dutch, I'm like, I mean now it's a bit different, but oh my god, first time getting a tattoo.
Oh right, okay, you need to tell me about that one.
I have always wanted tattoos. It's always been a dream of mine. I've always looked at tattoos and thought, oh, they look really, really nice. But I've always promised myself that if I was to get a tattoo, it would be like a story, so they'd all have meanings. I said if I'll have something, and I don't judge anyone who doesn't. Like I know some people just go and get the cool one when they just like one, which is none of my business. Whatever makes you happy. However, I made that promise to myself, and I kind of like hinted to my parents, like, I'm gonna get tattoos, blah 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 blah. And obviously, you have to be 18 here to get it without parents' permission.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what it was that like basically started me to go researching for like tattoos.
Oh, okay.
I think it might have been like for my birthday or something, maybe.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna get myself a tattoo. I'll work hard. I'm gonna, I work hard for this money. I shouldn't just be saving it. I'll, get myself something nice with it.
Allow yourself to spend it on yourself as well.
I think my mum thought I wasn't gonna get one because I was like, I'm gonna, go get my first tattoo soon. Blah blah blah. And she was like, no, you're not. She was adamant. She was like, you're so young. No, you're only 18. Blah blah blah. You're not getting a tattoo. Or I think I was 17, like gonna turn 18.
Okay, yeah.
And she was just like, you're way too young for a tattoo. Blah 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 blah. You need to think about it. Wait till you get a lot older. But that was always the excuse. Wait till you get older. Oh, mum, can I have hoop earrings? Wait till you get older. Oh, mum, can I wear heels? Wait till you get older. So I thought, I've heard that my whole childhood.
Yeah,
I thought, I'm a big girl now. I'll go get one. I only tried to hide it for like a couple of weeks before I showed it, didn't I?
Okay.
And it was like 2 weeks after I'd got it. And I remember, because my brother, shout out to my brother actually, because he was the OG secret holder for me.
Yeah, my brother same. My brother,
oh my god,
as well. My brother.
Oh, like literally, boy, the amount.
Secrets, I told him so much shit. Yeah, if all of that shit went to my parents,
I'd be dead.
Done.
I'd be dead.
Dead. I'm buried 6 foot already.
Oh, honestly, it was insane how he kept that a secret because he didn't let that sit one. I showed him the tattoo, and obviously when you get a tattoo, you need to like moisturize it.
Yeah, and
it's on my back, so I thought, well, I can't ask my mum, I can't ask my dad. Malik, get in here. You need to cream my back for me because this thing, like, it's my first one, and I was panicking. I was like, I don't want it to get infected.
Yeah, of course. The aftercare is definitely very important.
Oh, 2 weeks, and then I can't remember what it was. I think that was it. I had a conversation with my brother. I was like, look, I need to tell them. I need to tell mum and dad because it's making me feel awful. The fact that I've done this, not the fact that I did it, but the fact that I did it without telling them. Because I kind of got to the point where I was like, it's there now. Like it is what it is, and this is the first of very many.
Yeah.
So, respectfully, I don't care. I just want to let them know. My mum nearly started crying.
Swear.
Yeah. And honestly, that doesn't sound like a big deal, but I've never ever seen my mum like. Do you know what I mean?
So if then, you haven't seen your parents cry, it's
oh
a
my
lot for
god.
them.
My dad, on the other hand, he was like, "Do you know what? I'll give it to you. Looks very nice." And I thought to myself, like, thank God.
At least one parent's like actually said something positive.
My mum was fuming. She was like, what? She's like, if you even were going to get one, why would you get it so big? Because it's a dragon that goes down my whole back. So she was like, why couldn't you just get something smaller?
One of those tattoos as well down my back, like a dragon or something. But
it was horror. I was like, Jesus, Mum, I didn't think I was going to. But then, fast forward to now, I've got...
You got a whole collection, like you've got it. Like
I don't think she even realised when I get a new one now. To be fair, she still does it. She's still not a big fan of him. Oh my god, my granddad as well. Yeah. He's like, especially in the summer, if I've got like a t-shirt on, he wants to stand on the side of me that doesn't have the tattoos. He was like, can somebody please cover her tattoos up?
No way.
My family aren't really big on tattoos. Like showy, especially like when I got the ones on my hands. Yeah. They were just like, oh, you shouldn't really get the ones on your hands, blah blah blah, because people are gonna like. The only reason I keep hearing people shouldn't get them on their hands is
because of what?
Oh, because you're not going to be able to get a job that you want, blah blah blah.
No,
and I know that a tattoo on my hand doesn't stop me from doing the job. No, and I get that it goes deeper than that. Like, like, you know.
It looks rough.
Do you know what I mean? But I'm just like, if I'm not hurting anyone, we're in 2026 now.
Exactly. Now I think, but I see people in like professional careers, and they've dyed their hair like bright green and all of that stuff. So I'm pretty sure if they can do that, we can go out and get tattoos, and we'll still be fine, as long as it's obviously not offensive and it's like very visible.
Exactly. And thankfully, none of mine are.
Yeah. I've only got one, and doesn't know. Or doesn't know. Almost 3 years now.
You're joking, and he doesn't even know.
No, to be fair, since it's like small, it's like here, isn't it?
That is brilliant.
So,
what do you think he'd say if he did find out?
Oh mate, so when I first introduced him to the idea of getting tattoos, I was about 18 as well, like your age. And then basically, I was like, oh, like what? So I was just like, what would you do if I get a tattoo? And he was like, oh, he was like,
time out. We need to
censor that. And then I was like, oh, okay, like this guy definitely does not want
got a few screws loose by the sounds of it.
Yeah, and then, but the tattoo I got was actually really meaningful. To be fair, at home, I wear like really baggy clothes. Like I literally look like a human bin bag. Yeah, so he hasn't seen that. Or he must have seen it and hasn't said
anything. Which, to be honest, is probably better.
With Mum, I went and got it done and then FaceTimed her.
What did she say?
She was like, why did you get that?
To be fair, did you explain the meaning of it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. So that was like, probably a little bit better.
Yeah, so it's a little bit better. Yeah, to be fair. But with my nose piercing, the first year, they were raising the restrictions.
Of lockdown.
Mm-hmm. They were still strict with like COVID isolations and stuff around that time, and isolated in my flat for 3 weeks with symptoms and all of that stuff. So we had to isolate, and imagine 3 weeks inside your room not being able to, and you can't even step into the kitchen. You have to use it one by one, so no one could obviously spread it around.
That was a weird time, wasn't it?
So weird. And it's 3 weeks in your room, and also, okay, I was sharing the kitchen with 10 other people. Imagine how disgusting that gets. It gets crusty. So some days I'll walk into the kitchen, I'm like, nope, I'm not in this.
Yeah.
Walked back to my room, ordered Uber Eats, and then call up reception, they'll bring it up.
Yeah, they do actually, yeah.
So that's what they did. God, that looks so beaten up.
What has happened to that van?
He probably written off a car driving like that.
I am so glad I'm not the only one who saw that.
Yeah. He gets a scream down the whole panel.
Poor guy is trying to get his packages out on time, but
Yeah,
that
to be
is
fair,
something
that is-
else though.
Yeah.
Jeez, sorry, that
Right.
completely distracted
Yeah,
us because
literally
that was
same.
a busted up van.
I was like, what the
That was a little scratch.
No,
That was
it
like a
whole,
boulder hit.
Yeah, literally.
Do you see the way he's running? He is on a mission. Wow, so is that van.
I don't blame that van's got scratches now, the way he was.
Oh my
That's
God.
proper serious then. Amazon drivers, eh? The lockdown was, the isolation was over. I was like, I went crazy. I was like, right, we need to do something crazy. I went and got my nose piercing. Didn't ask my parents. I didn't even mention it. I didn't even like drill it into them, saying, oh, what would you do if I get a nose? But no, nothing. Right? Went and got it done. Right? First person I think one of my friends came with me actually, and then when I went back to my flat, first person I FaceTime was either my brother or my mum, actually.
I'm scared.
So mum, she freaked out. But she, you know what? She's such a G because she didn't tell dad.
Oh, good. Yeah.
She didn't tell. She was like, I'm gonna pretend I'm. See that he was racing down, bro, like some F1 driver.
I'm so glad that they can see that in the background, like how he's
just like vrooming down.
Jesus, man.
And then FaceTime my mum, she freaked out and she was like, oh, what are you going to say to dad and all of that stuff. And I was like, I don't know.
I'll think of that when it comes to it.
Yeah. And then time goes past, so all of my friends know and all of that stuff. They're, you know, and afterwards my mum said, okay, you know what, it actually looks quite nice. So she kind of just, you know, she freaked out and then she had a moment and then she was like, okay.
She got on your side.
Looks nice. Dad, on the other hand, this was during my birthday time. So I got this in October. So it's been a whole month since I got my piercing. I haven't, so FaceTime him, but I make sure to just show this side of my face. So it doesn't like.
Show the piercing.
Yeah, exactly. And then he actually drove up to Coventry for my birthday to come visit me.
Yeah.
He called me and he was like, oh, I'm outside. Come down. I was like, shit, I can't even take this out because, you know, the healing time is like six to 1 year. Come downstairs. He didn't notice it, like, at first. And then he looks at my face and he was like, what is that? And I was like, nose piercing.
A sticker?
Yeah, no, I couldn't say sticker. I was just like, you know what? Let me just drop the bomb now.
Oh.
Nose piercing. And he was like, oh, you look like So he's like, oh, you look like a very old lady. So it's meant to be like a diss. So they say, so in Tamil it's kalavi.
Yeah.
And it's like, it means like a very old lady and like I wouldn't want to say derogatory term. It's like a dissing term.
Yeah.
And I can see in his face, like, he would flip.
Yeah.
But because he's out in public, he can't flip.
He can't.
So I used that to my advantage. And I was
Clever
like,
girl.
yeah. And then, you know what's the worst part though? So he went back home and had a go at my mom. Yeah.
That maths is not maths.
It's not, maths is not mathing.
It's actually crazy, like how something that seems so minor
It's minor
makes
though.
such a massive
difference.
Yeah. Like the strictness, I think, was always more focused on the older child, like me.
Oh yeah,
over
we was
my
like
brother.
proper hamsters.
Oh, it was insane to think like the kind of stuff my brother, like even now, my brother's got it. Like don't get me wrong, he works really really hard, but at the same time, like he's just same thing like with tattoos. It's like he'll actually ask my parents' permission, like, oh, I'm thinking of doing this. Are you right with that?
Yeah.
And then if they're not happy with it, he won't get it. So it's only the ones he's got now that they were actually happy with.
Yeah.
And I know it probably sounds like a really bad influence, but I just said to him, I was like, look, if you're not hurting anyone and you're not going to get something silly across your face and
go get
you know, do you know what I mean? I was just like,
I have that same talk as well. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Literally the same talk as well with my brother because he's a lot more chill than I am. Like he doesn't drink. He's like he's literally almost sober. If anything, he has like one drink a year. That's it. Like one drink.
Wow.
So he's like very like
his kidneys must be in pristine condition.
Proper. Like it's probably sparkling and glowing in the dark right now. But like he doesn't smoke. He does nothing, right? And he hasn't got any piercings. Like tattoos or anything. And I was like, mate, would you ever get one? And he was like, yeah, I would, but like, you know, like,
he's not too fussed about it.
He's not fussed, and he was
Yeah.
like, I need to maybe ask parents. And I was like, wait, you're
a grown man.
You're a grown man. Like, go and get it.
Who are you asking permission for?
Yeah, exactly. You got your own money. You got your own thing. Like, go get it. You got a license. You can take my car and go. I'll come with you if you want.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll pay for it if you want.
Yeah, literally. Like, I'm just like, go for it. Go crazy. Like, you know, like, I'm still waiting for the day I see my brother drunk off his head. I still haven't seen that.
Really?
No.
That's insane.
He is like, I think it's a taste as well. He's very like sensitive to taste, and so he just doesn't.
And I'll be honest, alcohol does not taste good.
No, it doesn't. It tastes.
I don't
nasty.
care what anyone says.
It tastes nasty.
I cannot think of no. Tell a lie. Like a good red wine, I like the taste of.
Oh wait, I need to put you on something.
A rosé sometimes.
So rosé. There's this very sweet wine. It's called Moscato wine.
I've had it. Pink Moscato wine. Oh my god.
No. There's white Moscato. It's even sweeter. It's like candy.
Oh.
It's like grape juice.
White Moscato.
Oh, you won't even taste the alcoholness. You just can back it down like juice.
Oh, I need to try that.
I put my other 2 friends on the other day because I went up to Birmingham.
Yeah.
Mate, we ordered like 2 bottles because they loved it, and I love it. Like, I've tried it, and it was like, listen, there's Moscato there, it's sweet, it's like juice, you won't even notice a thing.
It's like Fanta and Sprite mixed together.
And they were backing it down even faster than I was, and I was like, oh yeah, let's go. Second bottle down. We didn't go for the 3rd bottle. We went drinking outside after that.
White Moscato.
In an Italian restaurant that's got loads of wine choices. If you see Moscato just by itself, it says Moscato.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I need to try that.
I'm literally a Moscato influencer. That's why I put in the captions as well. I was like, certified Moscato influencer. It's because I influence my friends. Yeah. No one knows
that makes so much sense now.
I didn't put it there randomly. There's actually a story behind it, but no one knows the story.
So much.
During school as well, like I would ask my parents to go out. And they would say no. But I'll still go out.
You're braver than me then.
But I'll deal with this shit later on.
Good point.
But so like that's in the back of my head as well. But I'm like stressing in the back of my head. I'm like, oh shit, like I need to go back home and deal with whatever they want to cuss me for.
The reason it was hard for me to do that is because the way my house was layered out,
you can't sneak out.
I can't sneak out without the whole house hearing me. Because my room was on the top floor, so you'd hear the stairs going down. It doesn't matter how quiet you do it.
Yeah,
and my mum, especially my mum's room. To be fair though, there was times where, like, for example, she'd tell me, like, especially like when I was a little bit younger, like 13, 14, and you'd want to go out with your friends, she'd be like, be back at this certain time.
Oh, same, yeah.
And then even if I was like 10 minutes late, she'd be ringing me. Yeah. Where have you gone? Blah, 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 blah. And then it's crazy because sometimes I'll be like, oh, yeah, we'll be on our way in about 20 minutes. Like, I always just try and push the boat out a little bit more.
Yeah, I'll be back home in a bit. Like,
mate, coming home, my brother will laugh at this as well, because there was this one thing that, like there's sometimes a look of, like, a parent that you think to yourself,
you're screwed.
You just think, oh,
I'm cooked.
I'm gonna hear it now.
Yeah.
Because there was, like, the table that we sat on. She used to do, like, all of her, like, work on the computer in the corner of the living room.
Yeah.
But obviously, if I came into the house, late or not, and I didn't make my presence known, she'd be like, why are you coming into the house? You haven't told me that you're home yet. You could have been anywhere, blah, blah, blah. So even if I was like 2 hours late, I'm walking in and I'm just peeping my head around the living room like,
is she there?
I'm home, mum.
Oh,
because, like, you'd see the light and you know she's in the living room.
Yeah.
You think, oh my God, she's in the living room. Right, okay.
Like,
breathe, deep breaths, deep breaths.
Like, you prepare yourself.
And then she's got the glasses, like, over her.
Oh, she's got that. Okay, yeah. My parents don't wear glasses, so they're just staring right at me.
That look is terrifying from my mother anyway. It doesn't bother me so much now because I'm a grown woman, but oh my God, at that age.
Yeah, it's a big deal though back then.
Yo, I was like, oh my God. What time do you call this? You think you can just go out and just roam the streets at whatever time you want? Blah, 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 blah. But to be fair, sometimes it'd be worth it, sometimes it wouldn't. Like, sometimes you go out with your mates and it'd just be
so dead.
And
it's
then
like,
you
oh,
think,
might
I
as well
don't even feel like I want to get told off for this.
No,
it wasn't
let
even
me
that exciting.
Just go back home at this
but then
point.
other times,
yeah,
oh my God,
the
it'd be
memories
amazing.
I've made, actually,
yeah. And then you think to yourself, like, this was worth the telling off.
The trouble, yeah, it's worth the trouble. That's the thing. So even like, I think my school friends remember, I don't know if you know if you're watching this, but like, I'm pretty sure you probably heard the stories, but like, so I'd be out with them and I was like, oh yeah, like, I'd be a bit stressed out as well, because I know I'm just going to go home and have a bollocking. And so, like, they know I'm not, like, myself, because they know that I'll be stressing out and all of that. And I'll go home and I'm like, I'm dealing with the shit and all of that stuff, so... I'll be like, oh, like, where did you go to? What time do you call this? And all of that stuff. And it's like, oh, what if someone kidnapped you?
It's the worst case scenarios, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Which is so sad. Even though my friends knew how scary my mum was, I've still got friends that are scared of my mother.
Oh, really?
But like, not in a horrible way.
Yeah.
I'm making out as if my mum's like a horrible person. She's not horrible. She's just very to the point where I think she's worried, like, about, and even just a line of work that she's done before, like she's seen things, you know.
Okay,
so then when you have kids, you then think to yourself, like,
you need to protect them with
exactly.
your life, basically, with everything you got.
But even my friends, like, sometimes they used to be like, oh, like, blame it all on me if you want to, blah blah blah, like trying to take the hit for me, and I'm like, look, that ain't gonna do anything. She'll have my ass and yours, mate. It won't be that bad. It won't be that bad. You're only half an hour late. Yeah. You go inside and deal with that problem then. You
like,
tell her.
Go and say hi. And see what happens.
And you let me know what comes out after that. Do you know what I mean?
No.
But then my brother, on the other hand,
he's chill. He can come back whenever, whatever time, and he's fine.
To be fair, actually, he never really used to go out and do much anyway.
That's the thing. My brother, he's actually like, he's proper good.
Yeah, like, he's a good egg.
Yeah, he's a good egg, and I'm there just like causing all the chaos that I could do. I'm like a whirlwind. I'm there, you know. Solo traveling.
I still think it's incredible that you did that solo traveling.
Yeah, so I went to Ibiza and Rome actually. But I just booked my tickets. I didn't even tell my parents. I told my parents, I'd say like a week before, and then went. One time actually, I was 18, so I was legally allowed to drink at the time. Bearing in mind I started drinking when I was like 16? 18, I actually got home drunk. Yeah, so I went home drunk, but not to the point I was like fully like wasted. They could just see in my eyes that I'm like, God.
They knew something. Someone cooked her.
Yeah, literally.
Someone cooked her.
He doesn't know this whole thing. Mum knows because she opened the door, and her face was the first face that I saw. And this was a party before lockdown. The last day of school, I actually, so me and my friends, we did a little like house party.
Yeah.
Got drunk off my head. And then I went home. I mixed drinks as well that day. It was the first time mixing drinks. Mate, the hangover the next day, it was horrendous.
My God.
I was like, never again am I drinking like that ever again. Your mum was like, oh, you drank and this and that. She was yelling at me, and I was like, hangover on the other hand.
Not now, Mum.
No, I was just like, I don't even want to respond because I just feel sick and... Oh my God, it was actually horrendous. I think she went to work, and then that's when I went to the bathroom and threw up.
No. Do you know what? The first time ever having a hangover is like, you just never forget that, do you?
No.
To be fair, the other reason I don't forget that moment is because of how angry my mum got. Because I was 16. And in 16. Our culture, oh my God, no. God. It was a Christmas party for the cafe I used to work at.
Yeah.
First time ever. Trigger warning. What was I on? I think Prosecco's or something. Yeah. But it was like open bar, and everyone was dancing, crazy. And like, drinks were getting topped up all the time. And now my idea of alcohol was, if I have a couple of drinks, I'll get so drunk and like I'll feel it straight away and blah 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 blah. No,
it takes time.
It takes time until that shit hits you all at once.
Yeah.
The world is spinning. I don't know what planet I'm on. And I kid you not, I got so ill because I wasn't eating enough as well. I got so ill.
Lord.
Do you know what happened?
Yeah.
This is actually disgusting. I do apologise.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was very neat about it, but also it was so disgusting because I just couldn't control it.
Yeah.
Obviously, like different. So you had different tables in this hall. There was a pint glass, an empty pint glass.
So threw up in the...
I couldn't. It literally came out so quickly. I grabbed the pint glass. I filled that entire pint glass with vomit. And everyone was like, Oh no. Oh no. So I went to the toilet, and bless him, what's even funnier, right, is I remember, you know how like I don't know how to explain it, but like you're feeling so off, but you remember like little snippets. And I just remember, I can't remember what her name was, but there was this woman I used to work with, and she's rubbing my back while I'm over the sink.
Oh.
She's like, let me take your chain, let me tuck it inside your top for you so you don't get any vomit on that, blah, 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 blah. And then behind me, I can hear all this chaos of like, oh, no, we need to call her mum. Blah, blah.
Yeah.
By the way, the plan on this night,
yeah,
because I knew I was going to have a couple of drinks, I was going to go home to my mate's house. So my mum, as far as she would have known, probably wouldn't have even ever realised that I was ever drinking. So I thought that the next day I'll have some food and I'll be all right.
Yeah.
No.
It went left.
One of the people at that, in the bathroom was just like, no, we need to call her mum. And everyone else, and mind you, this person didn't really understand my mum very well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Clearly. Everyone else was like, no, don't call her mum, blah, blah, blah. Everyone was like, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. She called my mum, didn't she? Spoke to my mum on the phone. This is all things I've heard like after all this happened in the next days.
Oh, wow.
My mum comes to the hotel where the party was at. And I have never shat myself more in that moment than ever in my life.
Yo.
Because she literally, so I think, was it her who brought a spare bag, or did they already have a spare bag there? Can't remember, but all I remember is having a spare plastic sack. I think my mum had I think she brought it with her. It was on the seat. And I'm sat there in the seat next to her. I'm heaving into this bag. I'm like, in this bag, so drunk. I kid you not, the amount of backhands I got that evening.
Shit.
16 years old, you've been drinking, blah, blah, blah. Love you, mum, by the way. My mum's the most amazing person. Yeah. But that did actually shake me up, because I was like, whoa, good. No. But then I think what was funny is, because I think culturally, I think this is the main thing, is like, the culture here in Britain is very different if you're foreign. Yeah, obviously. So like for her, she thought that was like one of the worst things in the world. Whereas here, it's kind of like 16 is kind of the age where you're starting to experiment. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you start to do all these things.
I didn't feel too bad, because I was like, I've been here since I was like 10. So like I feel a little bit like, you know, part of the British culture. Like, oh, it's all right. Like, I have a couple of drinks, blah, blah. However, the next day, I think it kind of realised to my mum, because to be fair, she did have my head, just like you, my head was banging. I was like, oh, please don't, please don't. Anyway, she comes upstairs and she smacks me like this. She's like, wake up. Naomi, wake up. Oh. And I'm just like, Mum. I was like, please, no, if you're going to tell me off, just give me 10 minutes, please. Just let me get my, let me get my bearings. Yeah. And she was just like, and she basically, to be fair, the pep talk was all right, actually. She was like, I'm very disappointed. She was like, I understand why you did it, but it's a very dangerous situation to be in. She gave me like this proper like motherly talk.
Oh, okay.
And then after that,
that's all right.
It was all right.
That's all right.
I thought, okay, fine.
Got there in the end.
You know when you're kind of like walking on eggshells, you're like, is she still pissed off? You're like trying to crack a joke with her. Exactly. You're like,
but that's what you really like. I think that's what like strict parents actually create. Like as a child, from a young age, you're just navigating their mood and you're tiptoeing and all. And I feel like, okay, it's not good to be scared of your parents.
No,
I don't think it's a good thing.
I was scared of her reaction to things.
Right, yeah.
But to be scared of her, like, I think, because they're like our parents, so we love them. Yeah. So it's like weird, isn't it? It's like you're not scared of them, you're just scared of the way they're going to react. Because you know if you mess up, you've messed up.
Basically,
do you know what I mean?
Messed a couple of years ago, by the way. Okay. But this is, I was 22. I just turned 22. Right, I went out with so I had a whole catch up with my school friends for Christmas. When we had 3 bottles of wine between the 3 of us. So bearing in mind that's a whole bottle of wine each.
In one night?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. And I think one of my friends that wasn't drinking dropped us off.
Yeah.
I got home and I was stumbling. I feel like when I got my keys out, my like lipstick and all of that stuff probably fell out as well. And then I opened the door and I managed to get myself inside, take my shoes off and all of that. Drunk off my head. And then I changed my clothes and I go to bed, right?
Yeah.
And then Mum asks me something and I didn't hear properly, half deaf. So then I get like try and roll over and see. I was like, I ended up falling off my bed and I hit my head against like the wall. And then I could not get up. I basically started throwing up after that. I threw up all over my room. And my brother and my mum had to drag me to the bathroom. That's even worse. I'd say that's even worse.
Do you know what? I've got to give it to you. That tops it.
Yeah.
That tops it. Because doing it all over your room and being dragged to the bathroom. Oh,
it was
my mum would have kicked me out at that point.
Bruv, obviously getting all the shit out, right? But you see glimpses of mum, and I see glimpses of mum being really pissed off at me. And I remember thinking, before I went to sleep, I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna get kicked out.
Good, yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna be homeless for an hour. And then the next day comes, and I wake up on my sofa, and my mum looks at me. And she slept on the sofa with me just in case I threw up.
Just in case you threw up.
And she was with a duvet and I was with a different duvet. And Mum looks at me across the living room and she gives me that glare in it that I don't know.
That mother glare. That
I was like, at the age of 21, like to be fair, the mess that I've caused, like no one's gonna be happy.
Yeah.
Holy
my God.
Shit. Like that humbled me. Like after that when I threw up and my mom and my brother was there, I was like, you know what, I need to actually stop with this stupid level of drinking. That my friends have threw up and done the same thing.
Really?
To be fair, my brother's been there when I threw up a couple of times. I've calmed down now, guys. You don't have to worry about me. Like I still get drunk, but I'm not to the point. After the mum's incident, the incident with mum,
you backed right down.
Yep. I was like, yep, no more. School life, were your parents ever strict about like grades, achievements, and then like navigating friendships as well? Did you have like a social life outside of school and home?
Yeah, I definitely think like in terms of my parents were always proud of me, like regardless of anything.
Yeah.
But they did definitely put their 2 pence in when the grade wasn't the best, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because they were always like, well, why didn't you get a higher grade? Like, is there like a reason? But not out of like putting me down, but more just like, well, if you need help with something, we need to try and get you some help. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So like, not in like a putting me down kind of way, more of like a concerned kind of way. Like, if you're struggling with it, then let me know, because we need to get you a tutor or whatever else.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I think like my family anyway, they're so career driven that I naturally was quite inspired by that. So like I'd stay after school most of the time as well, and like try and get really good grades.
Yeah.
But I don't know why, but like GCSEs just did not go very well.
No.
Like no, they did, it's not that they didn't go very well, but like they were just harder than they needed to be. If that makes, for me anyway.
Yeah.
And then it's like A levels were fine. I got on really well with my A levels.
I struggled real
bad. Did you?
Yeah.
What, like the actual content or
the content, the exams, the way it was structured? I didn't get it at all. But to be fair, I didn't pick subjects I genuinely liked. I was like, oh, let me be smart and try and get into the. I was trying to fit into a box where I didn't actually fit in. To be fair, which is what I've been doing like throughout school and all of that stuff, because my parents, they really emphasized the importance of either doing a science or a maths or like English or anything like that. Really emphasize the importance of it. So I kind of just like embedded in. You know, if they keep telling you that growing up, you kind of embed it in your head. Exactly. Don't you? So that as well. And I've always went tutoring. 11 plus GCSEs. A levels I didn't. But 11 plus GCSEs, I went tutoring regardless. And if my grades weren't there, I'd get yelled at, basically. I'd get put down and all of that stuff. They'll be like, oh, I spent all of this money to go send you tutoring and all of that stuff. Which is
really sad, actually, because you can't help if your brain just isn't grasping the knowledge.
No, exactly,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So school reports, right? The school reports just give me anxiety, yeah?
Are you on about like when you had parents' evening and stuff?
Parents' evening didn't go as bad, to be fair. But it was the school reports. My parents were very
Why am I getting inconclusive school reports then?
So like every like term they give you a school report to see what grade you are.
Oh my god, they do, don't they? Crap, yes.
Yeah. So
sorry, my brain just went completely blank there. I was like, school reports.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
This is how long it's been since we went to school.
It's been like 10 years. Oh. So my mum, she'll be a bit more gentle about it. She'll be like, oh, you need to like work on this and all of that. To be fair, I'll still get a little bit of a yelling, but like it's not as bad. Dad would go like full straight on. He'd be like, oh, I don't care if you find it hard, do it right.
How am I supposed to do if I find it hard, mate?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, what the way they cuss as well is quite, I mean, I don't know if you have the same thing, but they call you like animal names, like you pig, you cow, donkey. What? Yeah. Yeah. Pig, cow, buffalo.
Oh my god, buffalo!
Yeah, buffalo as well. Yeah. Cussing, basically.
Wow.
Yeah, experienced a lot of that. But like, I got good grades up until when it got to GCSEs, and basically they highlighted green, yellow, or red. Whenever I got a red, I know I'm cooked. The first time I got a red, and I took it home, and they get an email saying that we received the report. So I can't get away with it. I can't. Shit. I can't even fucking.
I was gonna say, could you not hide it?
So then they were like, hand me your report right now. And I went and handed it, got the bollock and all of that stuff. But then the next time, I did their paperwork and all of that stuff. So I have access to their emails and passwords and all that stuff. You know what I did?
Deleted the email.
I blocked it. I blocked the emails.
It's incredible.
So you know what? Doing their paperwork, it gives you access to more information that you actually need. So you can actually override that.
Do you know how useful that would have been sometimes? Because those teachers, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to say anything horrible about any of my teachers. I did love all of them. But the amount of emails they used to send about things that used to get me in trouble at home. Yeah. And I was just thinking to myself, like, because my mum was like shit hot with her emails all the time. You know, like, I got an email from school about this. Yeah, yeah. You forgot this? You didn't hand this in? Blah, blah. And I'm just like, oh, just pack it in. I wish my parents were like yours, that you could then just have access to their emails and unblock them, because that would be such a rest of my mind. Literally. And then for the rest, I think a couple of years after that, my dad kept asking reports and stuff, and then I was like, oh, they don't do it anymore. So didn't you receive an email? Because I was like, no, they don't give it on paper anymore. You should have received it by email. I gaslit them. That is
basically they gaslit me and I gaslit them.
Wow, that is incredible. Yeah, that is incredible.
Yeah.
See what the mind does when you grow up with strict parents.
Oh my days!
When you grow up with strict parents, you have kids who rebel.
You're basically a criminal to your parents' eyes, and you become even more of a criminal because you think outside the box.
God, it sounds like we're slating and we're really not. Love you guys, but
we love us. Yeah, it's just the shit that we had to do growing up to like save our asses.
Even when they're like in a mood and you don't even know why they're in a mood.
Exactly. Like you could walk in and you could sense the mood.
And you're just like it's almost like especially my mum. She like wants to get angry at something. I'm like, Mum, it's not that deep. Chill.
My dad's the same.
Chill.
Dad's the same. Like he can walk into the room and I can feel the whole vibe just zoom, like change, or the energy change. And because I'm so sensitive to it, growing up and all of that stuff, I'd be walking around tiptoes. I'm like, oh, like maybe I shouldn't speak to him. Like I know not to speak to him, because if I speak to him, I'm going to get myself into shit for no reason. It could be no reason at all.
Oh my God, did you have the excuse? This is my house, so you do it.
My house, my rules. I pay the bloody damn bills. Yep.
That was a interesting one.
Yeah.
That was an interesting one.
That was a very interesting one. We could go a lot there, but I don't know how
as long as you're living in my house,
it's my rules. Are you listening to me?
What do you mean? I'm 14.
Yeah,
I just want to do this one thing.
Of course. Like, what do you mean it's your house? Like, I have my room and all of that stuff. Like,
oh my God.
Just because you gave birth to me.
Exactly. It's
just
like,
you gave birth to
it's
me.
your house? Of course it's your house. You're the adult.
I don't have a house yet. Like, what do you mean? I need to be a fetus and get on the property ladder already.
I bloody wish I did start saving all that pocket money from when I was a kid now, because I'd probably be able to buy a house now.
To be fair, same.
Wasting time running around the playground playing tag.
Because, like, growing up, so obviously asking parents, they refuse and all of that stuff. So then as soon as I got my money, I overspent. Like, I literally spend it straight off with no savings whatsoever. Yeah. I learnt it the hard way as well, went overdraft and all of that shit. It's
not fun.
It was a roller coaster.
It's not fun.
It is a roller coaster. Stuff. Do you think that shaped you the way it does now? Like, as in
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I think in a good way, and also
a good way, definitely, for sure, because it makes sure that you're not off the rails.
Exactly.
Doing stuff that you're not supposed to be doing.
I get that. You're always thinking about what your parents or your family would think because they have such high standards.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, it's very like you hold yourself back from a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Because even when I go out, okay, yeah, I did walk straight out even though they said no. But I'd be like, oh, like, because I'm so used to thinking, oh, if go home and some shit's gonna happen. Because I'm so used to thinking that, like, I'm still like a bit like wary, if you know, like I'm not free or whatever, and I'll make some sort of comment. I'm just like, no, like you can't ruin my day like that. But it's just like, I think growing up as well, it's like, okay, like my parents, we grew up to be modest, like culturally they're quite modest and all of that stuff. So me wearing all these things and dresses and all of that stuff, makeup as well, I used to get cussed for wearing makeup. Even during school.
What, because you were young, or because
I think not because young, I don't know. My dad actually cussed me. My mum never. She was like, oh, like
fine.
Yeah. But my dad was a bit more. I think it was really weird. It was like, oh, you look like a ghost, or this and that, and it's like,
what?
And I'm just like, you don't look like yourself, and all of that stuff. And I was like, well, I like wearing it. And I get yelled at for wearing makeup as well. It's
if you're not hurting anyone, then
exactly. I was like, what? One time I was 17, right? I did like space bar. I remember this day specifically. I think because we freshly moved house as well and all of that stuff. But I did like space buns, and I had the like this, you know, like 2016 makeup. You know how you went ham with the highlighter and all that stuff. So I had like dark brown lips, like lipstick, like matte lipstick, and like bright yellow highlighter. Don't know what I was doing, but I thought it went well back in the day. Like I think I was just like my free time, I just put on makeup and just look nice sort of thing, because it's like my therapy sort of thing. And like I come downstairs to go grab like coffee or something, it was like during the day, and he started yelling. I was like, yo, like what? I was like,
step away from the cookie jar, mate.
Yeah, I was like, what do you
calm
mean?
down.
I'm a bit so like even and then that affects me now, because even if I wear makeup and I go downstairs, I kind of try and make it as quick as possible so he doesn't say anything. Or like if my outfit, I'd still cover up and go and then change into my actual clothes or something like that. So like it shaped me, I'd say, in good and bad ways.
It's a shame, actually. I think that like hopefully will change if you are under your own roof.
Were your parents really on it, like for you to learn about your culture, like from Suriname, Dutch and all of that stuff?
Yeah, like my whole life, really. I think more so now that I'm older, and I think most of that comes from me. Like I want to know about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But we've been to Suriname quite a few times, and it's really interesting because, like, when people ask, like, "Oh, well, where are you from?" It's because it's like I'm born on an island in the Caribbean, but my parents are Dutch, and my grandparents are from Suriname. So it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like trying to find that identity of like, so where do I? And I've lived here now for like 13 years. So it's like I also classify myself as like British now as well. But it's like weird because like we do always. There's so much I don't know about Suriname, but there is so much I do know now, which is good. But they have always been like really open about like, you know, like, this is your background, and these are the kind of traditions, and even like the food, like the certain foods that they cook and stuff like that is so good. Absolutely. Like roti, we were talking about roti.
Oh, roti the other day, so
and it's like that is like that slaps, man.
It's
I don't know
good.
how to cook it.
Me neither. I don't know how to make it myself.
It tastes so good.
It's
so good.
I think for me, so growing up, so I went to a lot of like, not I'd say after school clubs, because it wasn't at school. I went to a lot of clubs after, like outside of school. So I've had tutoring. I've had Carnatic music, so it's like cultural music, so it's like singing lessons, and then also South Indian classical dance. It's called Bharatanatyam. So I did that, and then I also went to Saturday schools to learn Tamil.
No way.
Yeah, so they were very on it.
I was going to say,
throughout the week, my friends would be like, oh, like, I'm going to go to town afterwards, going to go, like, get KFC or whatever it is, or go shopping or all of... I couldn't do that. Because if I asked my parents, they'll be like, oh, you got this. So-and-so, you got dance, you got thing. And they put that over my social life.
Oh.
So, like, for me, I didn't have that social life. And then... obviously, as soon as we got to GCSEs and all of that stuff, we slowly stopped going towards these classes. So then that's when I was like, oh, can I go out? And they're so no. And then I was like, let me just walk out sort of thing. So it's kind of like a rebellion sort of thing, which is what went through my head at the time as well. I was like, you put my... the after school clubs over my like social life.
Yeah.
Like, I could be 16, like 15, 16. I would have went to a house party with my friends. Like, I've never been to a house party in school, like during school.
Really?
Like a proper house party.
Wow.
I've never been.
I think I've only been once though, or twice. But there's people who used to go all the time.
Yeah,
to them,
exactly.
Didn't they?
Yeah, I
all
know.
the time.
Yeah, I've never been to any. So I think the only house party I've been to is like uni house parties, but that's obviously different because you're at uni and no one really says anything. But like, I think during school I always wanted to actually experience one, and then maybe go on school like trips abroad with my friends and all of that stuff. I never really had that because obviously my parents put the clubs on top of my social life. So. And I think it also affects me now because like I love going out. I absolutely love going out, and I always make sure I have a blast and come back. It's not as often as I want it to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because most of the time they'll be like, oh, do you want to go out and do this? I'd pass it because I'm like, oh, like I think because your parents' voice becomes your voice.
Yeah.
Growing up, so it's like, oh, I've got this and this and that. So the amount of the amount of memories that I would have made would have been tenfold to like compared to the memories I've made so far.
Yeah.
So then when I went to uni, I went and made the most of what I can, even during COVID and lockdown season. Like I went a bit crazy. So we just had a little break and we continue filming now. RIP the cheese bites, first of all. Still grieving over it.
We literally just stopped talking about those.
Yeah, literally.
And we just had to bin the tomato dip that comes with them.
As well, yeah, because, like, what are we going to do with it? Drink the sauce? Like, come on. Did it shape your daily routine at all? So the daily routines you might have had as a kid, did it shape you now? Like, does it still affect you now? So, like, it could be that, oh, you need to, I don't know, shower first before you do anything, and then... sort of, because I have some things like showering basically first thing.
Strict household.
Yeah, I
would say washing things up.
Yeah, so washing things immediately and
that's
not leaving it.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed with like,
same.
Especially I don't know if like people will understand when I say it, but like here it's quite normal for, you know, like when you have a bucket of water and people then
we don't have that.
Wash the
thing inside there.
And I remember seeing that for the first time thinking, oh,
that's how you wash it. Yeah, same.
Like, is that how you wash dishes?
Yeah.
Because in our house we don't do that, but we also don't leave dishes on the side.
No, we don't leave it.
We do it straight away. We won't dry them off straight away. Like we'll put it on the drying rack.
Yeah.
But that is one thing I've noticed that I'm trying to get to grips with now is like, I don't know if you've seen this trend at the minute where people are realising like life doesn't need to be a rush. Like you can just slow things down.
Yes.
And that's what I'm picking up with when it comes to washing up. I'm like, I don't need to wash this off right now. No. I can just leave that in the sink and do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it's like that mental thing of like,
oh, it's there.
It's
like
there.
It's there.
So now I feel like I need to do it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then I don't feel settled because then I think to myself like, and then especially it's like hard because then I go to bed and I'm thinking,
oh, I need to wash the dishes tomorrow.
Dishes in the sink.
Yeah.
Dishes in the sink. Oh, I don't want dishes to be in the sink.
For me, because it's like if I just get it over and done with, I don't have to then come back down and wash it. Like, washing dishes. Because when I saw, like, when I went to like my friends' houses, like, or how other people, when I see it on TikTok as well, it's still strange to me that they just wash it in a bucket and just like we wash it individually. We don't have a bucket. The sink is just the buckets. And I'd say. Because, you know, there's that debate of like, oh, morning shower versus evening shower.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
See, I'm a morning shower because I just want to set my day on a fresh clean start. Like, it makes sense. Like, I've been in bed, I might have been sweating and all of that stuff. Like, winter, obviously not as much, but like, okay, I got out of bed, I feel groggy, let me just go shower, because then I can like also dress, look good, and then feel good, and then do good like throughout the day. So for me, it's definitely the shower in the morning, and then if I've done a lot during the day, I also shower in the evening. So if I went to gym, sauna and all of that stuff, I definitely go shower before I go to bed.
I'll be honest, and it's again, I don't know if it's going to be controversial, I shower twice a day. Twice a day. And to be honest, it depends also on like what my day's like. So if I'm on a day off, where I've got to wake up so early to study anyway, I will then have sometimes like a quick shower before I go to the gym, or like sometimes it'll be then I'll wake up, have a shower straight away, go to the gym, come back, have a really quick shower to just kind of freshen myself up, and then I've still got the whole day that I need to do things. And then in the evening I like to just have a shower. But tell a lie, it differs between the winter and the summer. It
really does, because summer I definitely do shower twice a day. But I'm talking about now, because my skin gets really dry as well in the winter. Twice shower.
I hate it when it gets so hot that you step out the shower and you're sweating already.
Sweating, exactly. Because then I'm like, what's the point of even showering, because I'm already sweating.
Cannot stand it. You're like getting in the shower to get yourself ready to go out somewhere, and you're sweating already.
And then I feel disgusting.
Yeah, you feel
and it's
clammy
like,
and gross.
Yeah, you put clothes on and all of that stuff. Even makeup, like sometimes makeup, I'm just like, do I actually need makeup? Because like, I'm going to sweat it off. I'm already sweating. Now I'm putting makeup brush, and then obviously getting that dirty as well. Shoes off at the door.
Yes. We don't wear any shoes in our household.
Yeah.
It's always at the door.
Always at the door, same.
It's a very good point, actually. I didn't even think of that.
Because obviously when I go to my friends' houses, I'm like, I'll be kind of just be like a bit hesitant. I was like, because they're walking in there with their shoes, and I'm like, I'm gonna just take my shoes off at the door, and they're like, no, it's fine. But it feels so foreign to me, and I feel so I'd say, because I'm so used to taking off my shoes before I step inside the house.
Makes you feel uncomfortable when you're walking around.
Yeah, and I'm just like, like something doesn't feel right. Like it's in the back of my head.
Especially some people when they have pets. Like then they'll be like, just keep your shoes on. I'm just like, God damn.
No, but like I'm just like, do I want to, like they're comfortable with that, but I'm not comfortable with it, sort of thing. So it's a bit like, it's like an internal battle you create for yourself, don't you?
Shoes on the bed, mate.
Okay.
How do people?
That's illegal. Have
shoes
I would
on
not
the
have
bed.
that.
That makes me cringe. I can get past the whole shoes through the house.
Yeah.
But put it on any furniture.
No.
Something.
No. Take your shoes off. Socks. I mean, I'd say like if you want to cross your legs and all that, take your shoes off at least, and then put it on the bed, because that's where I'm going to sleep tonight.
But shoes.
No. That's out of bounds. That is absolutely out of bounds. So,
would you say your mum or dad is more strict? Your dad?
Different things. I'd say dad would more so, I think.
Overall, your dad.
Yeah,
and
I
what's
think
your mum
overall,
more strict with?
She's a bit more with. Okay, I'd say my dad's a little bit more chill with going out than my mum is.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit. I'd say a little bit. It depends on their mood as well.
Yeah.
Depends on their mood. It's
depends
like
on what day
if they're in a good mood, it's fine. But if they're in a bad mood, it's just as bad.
All hell breaks loose.
Yes. All shit goes loose. All shit goes down. The house turns upside down.
I never even heard that saying. That's brilliant.
The whole house turns upside down. Left is right and right is left. Okay, you don't even know where everything is. That is strict. Mum is more maternal, so in terms of safety and all that stuff, right?
Makes sense.
And dad's with, like, I'd say both of my parents were strict with grades, but I'd say my dad was more stricter.
Yeah.
I think it's just a little, like, they have their own things that they're strict with. Really hoping. 2016 summer, right? I hope, weather-wise, it will bang this year.
Oh my God.
It needs to bang. Otherwise, this whole concept called 2026 is the whole 2016 is invalid. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Because
the
we're not
summer
really
needs
getting
to
lit
match.
in the winter. It needs to be the summer vibes.
Summer, yeah,
need
exactly.
To be there to match.
Like the festivals, the raves, the parties, the rooftop bars. I guess like because we're like growing rooftop bars, clubs, whatever. Just like holidays. All of that stuff is going to be insane. Honestly, I think summer is where I actually thrive.
Yeah, same. Skin's good.
Skin's out. Like, honestly, like, I'd be... Oh, my God.
Don't, because now I'm just getting annoyed about the fact that we're cold in a car and it's raining outside.
Yeah, like I've even put the heater on. The heater's, I don't even know.
It's just the UK.
Yeah,
like
it's just cold regardless.
Cold.
Quite interesting. What's the most strict rule your parents have had?
Changed as the years went on. But I'd say when I first started in secondary school, so like year 7, year 8, I wasn't allowed out, like out and about in like the towns and stuff after school.
Yeah,
I had to then
just
come
straight
home. Yeah, except for then in year 8, it kind of switched to like I was allowed out on like Friday. So like you could then walk down the hill and like, you know, go to town or whatever.
Yeah.
I think curfews were a big thing in my house.
Oh yeah, same.
Because like as I then started getting a bit older, I think especially my mum started realising like, okay, well look, she needs a social life, she needs to go out with her friends and stuff like that, but be back at this time.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else's curfews were a lot like later.
Yeah.
So mum was like, well, no, be back by dinner. And I'm just like, mum,
that's barely enough time.
3:30 is when school finishes.
Dinner's like in 2 hours.
Exactly. But that was like probably the strictest rule, because then everyone else would be like, oh no, we'll just get dinner out, or like, oh, we'll just get dinner and come back out. That was a big thing. I could never just go home, have dinner and then go back out again. That was like unheard of. I was like, no, Mum, if you're in, you're in now.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Have your dinner.
That's it.
Do your homework. Go
and
to
get
bed
your
on
stuff
time.
done. Yeah.
And the thing is, we also did a lot of sports growing up as well.
Oh
so
yes.
sometimes it's not even that I wouldn't want to stay out. It's like the fact of like, oh, I've got swimming at 6, or
so you kind of had the similar. Did they prioritize your after school clubs 100%, over your social life?
100%. Well, yeah, actually they did.
Yeah,
I'd say
looking
they
back,
actually did. Yeah, thinking about it now, it was like they were.
Like, if you asked to go out on, like, say Wednesday, you got swimming on Wednesday, they'll be like, oh, you got swimming on Wednesday.
They were like, plan it around that then, because you're going to swimming.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They'd be like, whatever it is that you're trying to plan to do, either do it on the weekend, or
the weekends wasn't even available for me, because that's the day I'd be going to Tamil school, doing dance and music and all of that stuff. So I didn't even. The only days I actually had to myself was Sundays.
Oh, which is literally a day of rest.
Yeah, literally.
So you don't want to do anything.
No, exactly.
That's crazy.
So like Saturdays I couldn't even. That's when I missed most of my social life as well. So it's not just after school clubs.
Yeah.
But it was also this Saturdays bit, because whereas everyone was like, oh, I'm going out with my family, having dinner, going to the beach, da 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 da. No, I'm going to all these classes.
Yeah.
Probably tutoring on top of that on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And then come back home.
Knackered and trying to refresh yourself.
Yeah, and I wouldn't. Obviously, who would want to go out after that?
No.
Because thing is, we have to travel all the way up to London as well. Bearing in mind we live in Kent, so it would take me like an hour and a half to obviously travel up. So we'd wake up at like 5, leave at 7 to get there, or try and get there at 9. Absolutely exhausted. And then what time we get home? Like 6, 7 p.m. So it's like a whole day gone. I think the only exception is that if we have like a wedding to go to, or like if we have like a birthday party and all of that stuff. So that's probably the only exception. But that's only if it's their family, friends.
Yeah.
So they prioritize it when it's their family, their friends. Growing up, my parents were quite academic, so they really forced maths, English and science. But did they ever do the same for you, or did they encourage creativity?
No. Creativity as in like arts,
so
photography.
if you was to choose your GCSEs there, so doing arts, photography.
No, that was never like a option.
Same.
Basically.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's like a 50-50, because I think if it was something I genuinely wanted to do, they would let me do it. But I think I've never been as interested in doing that as a job, if that makes sense. So they always push the more academic things
side.
Because I naturally liked the more like business and philosophy and
okay, so you're very like in depth and like intellectual.
That's it. That's what I prefer now, because I study psychology now. So it's like I've always been interested in the sciences, like sociology, philosophy, the mind, people's behavior. Whereas the more artsy stuff I've always ever done as like a hobby.
Okay.
So like photography, used to do a lot of photography just as a hobby. Just used to take loads of pictures and things like that. And they supported that, but as a hobby. I don't think...
Not as a whole career.
No, I don't, because I think they would like... They'd be worried. They'd be like, oh, well, are you going to be able to find a decent job with that and decent money and things like that? Which you know,
it's not even a job, it's a business though.
Exactly.
It's actually a business, but they obviously made it think like, oh, it's, you know, it's like whatever.
Exactly.
But you could, bruv, like, because everything's digitalized now, you can actually make bank with that.
Yeah, 100%.
Like wedding photography, people pay grands.
Immense amount of money for that. That's actually incredible how much
Grands
you
for
can charge.
you to go in and take photos and all of that.
Yeah.
Like obviously there's a lot of prep and a lot of skill set that you need to learn behind it, a lot of investment, equipment and editing software and all of that stuff, but it's a business. 100%. So like it really goes hand in hand. So
what about your parents?
For me, yeah, so I'd say the same thing. So they very much pushed me with maths, English, science. Actually, so it sounds typical, but Tamil parents, if you know, like Tamil parents, they'll be like, oh, we want you to be a doctor, engineer, lawyer, like finance, like sort of thing, and nothing else. And if it's anything else, you're basically done, basically. Yeah. So for me, it was that doctor, engineer thing growing up. So GCSE time, I was like, I don't want to be a doctor anymore. Let me just do engineering. So I did like DT and ICT, and then but thing is, they were forcing me to do triple science, right? Ooh. So I was just like, no, like I'm not gonna do that because I'm not gonna do that. I literally fought back and forth. Because you know, on top of that, so if they go to parents' evening, if a teacher encourages me to choose that for GCSE, you know how they brainwash you for GCSE, oh, pick this subject, you'll do amazing in it and all that. They'll listen to that and then drill that in your head, and I'm like, no, like I get it, I'm good at science, but I'm not, you know. So I had like it took me a lot to fight back at I'd say you're in year 8, so 14 years old.
I think it's so much pressure.
It is so much.
On kids. I think it's so much, like, I understand, like, you know, guiding them in the right direction, but to have to choose something that young. Yeah, young.
You don't even know what, Then I was just like, maybe I don't want to do this. So every year I changed career paths because I was just like, this is not what I want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, do something else. Went to A-levels so I still wanted to do something creative.
Yeah.
So I did DT just to like alleviate my mind off things. And then obviously I did psychology, which was really interesting, and biology, which I loved doing GCSE, but I absolutely hated and failed at A-levels. Psychology was very, very interesting because I loved learning about it, but I just genuinely didn't understand the exam paper and the way it was structured out. So like writing essays and all of that stuff, like me and writing, I didn't know. Like me, maths, physics, essay writing, no. Like, I wasn't good at any of them. And you know what it was? It's that because parents brainwash me and I'm like, oh, I'm still trying to fit myself in academics and trying to scrape past. But now looking, if I went back and did the creative subjects that I genuinely wanted to do from my heart and soul, I would have passed with flying colours and I would have made a massive career out of it, and I would be thriving. You don't know how much parents influence you as a child until now. But I'm thinking, looking back now, I struggled in school. I struggled during primary, secondary, tutoring as well. I've never really tutoring. I'd sit there, I'd be understanding it. When I do my paper, I fail. I'm trying to fit myself into a box for like 16 to 18 years. No, I'd say 21 because of uni as well. I'd say 21 years. This is not who I am. And it took me a lot to get out of it as well. They're like, oh, like, why don't you get an office job and this and that? I'm like, best believe, no, I don't want to be in a cubicle for 8 hours a day and sit at a desk and, you know, type numbers or words in. That's just not my thing. Boundaries.
That's an interesting one.
Scenarios where your boundaries got overlapped, were you like, stay back? It's very hard to see what's the boundary and what isn't.
Exactly.
Because you're physically just in a very close proximity.
To be honest, I think it's like, in terms of boundaries, I think it like had more to do with like making mistakes.
Yeah.
And trying to protect us from making mistakes.
Yeah.
I think like with obviously good intent, you you know, especially my mum did try and do that a lot, where she would try and protect us from making mistakes.
Yeah.
Whereas I think it's really important for people to make mistakes.
Oh, of course.
Because you learn from them. And don't get me wrong, there were loads of mistakes I made that she didn't protect me from.
Yeah.
And those also shaped me.
Yeah.
So I didn't have so much input from her, if that makes sense, in terms of making mistakes. I wish she kind of just sometimes just let me do what I needed to do and then figure it out.
Yeah.
Even now, do you know what I mean? It's like sometimes you have to just figure out for yourself. Like, one of the things I did was get a car on finance.
Yeah.
Biggest mistake of my life.
Yeah.
Honestly, financially, at that age, I think I was like 19. And I thought to myself, like, oh, I've got this job and I can afford it. And, oh, this feels so great to be making decent money. I'll get a car, which, again, at the time was great.
Yeah.
But looking back now, I should not have done that. Because I would have had so much of my problems alleviated had I have had a bit more spare money.
Yeah.
But again, it's like being reminded of that mistake all the time.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? That's
okay,
not ideal.
That's not ideal. Yeah.
So
when they like dig that into you, it's just like, oh well, I'm already aware of that. You don't need to tell me.
Exactly.
It gets very frustrating.
Exactly. But
yeah,
with good intent though. Like, I do get it, because
obviously
she's absolutely right.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like I had to figure that out for myself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
So I'd say that. What about you?
There was a lot of boundaries crossed, I'd say, when I came back from uni. So I had my fair bit of freedom. They weren't helicoptering around my life as much because I moved 3 hours away. Caught my mum snooping through my phone while I was asleep. She obviously see me like going out clubbing and all of that stuff. Shelf like above my bed. Yeah. And there's all the empty bottles stacked up. Because that is uni culture though. That is uni culture. So every bottle you finish, you collect it throughout the years, stack it up. God. So there was one in the flat as well, like the flat kitchen. But then because we ran out of space there, then we all started storing in our own rooms. So she probably thought I finished all of that. Kind of going through stuff herself. I think with COVID and isolation, she went through the long COVID, so she was isolated for like 2 months. Snooping through my phone is a bit.
It's a bit too far, isn't it?
Yeah. Tell me anything you want. I won't yell at you.
Lies.
Shit went down.
Why you
after
lying
that.
for? Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
That's when the second lockdown started as well. I was at home and that's when the second lockdown started. That was probably like the worst patch. If I did like a little mistake or anything, it's like, oh, it's because you've done this at uni. I was at uni, I know no one will snoop through my phone, so I went change it to a simple password. Yeah. And then she knew it was going to be my date of birth. That was so stupid of me as well. That was very humbling. I'd say that topped me throwing up everywhere.
Really?
That patch right there, that 3 months right there, topped everything else. That's an invasion of privacy.
Slightly worrying.
Yeah.
Slightly worrying.
Slightly. I'm pretty sure you guys have got a lot more crazy stories out there. And you can DM me if it's a bit too public for your liking. Feel free to.
Join the club.
Join the club, yeah? So, hello guys. We've had such an eventful couple of hours.
It's crazy how, because we haven't had it filming, no one knows what's happened within the last couple of hours.
It's like pitch black and you can probably barely see my face. Well, I can't see my face from here. But basically my car battery went out. So then we had to go on a hunt for jump cables, and then luckily Steve had some. Shout out to Steve. Would have been stranded here.
Oh my god.
I genuinely do not know what I would have done, because I don't have jump cables, and I realised I think it's about time to have some jump cables.
Went straight onto Amazon to order some.
You know what's the funniest thing? I went 2 years without driving without one. Because it just never did. It just never happened.
Until it happens. Until it happens.
It's only until it happens.
To be fair, cracked it, didn't we?
Yeah, we definitely
got the car running again.
We cracked the code and we got it sorted. So
disclaimer: don't leave your ignition on for the heating for over an hour. It will drain your battery.
Little tip for you guys, especially with you lots with like manual, like, you know, the little itty bitty cars.
It will drain your battery.
Yeah, it will just.
Could you imagine if we just were somewhere completely out in the?
Yeah, I think we'd be fucked.
Literally. Because I didn't have cables, you didn't have cables.
Nope.
This is also everyone's sign to have some jump cables.
Yeah,
and,
just
some safety
go
gear in
to
your
Amazon
car.
right now and go and get some jump cables because you need
never
them.
know.
You moved out from your parents' house to adjust to your newfound freedom.
It was a massive learning curve, but this is one of those things that I think because my parents made me do so much things on my own anyway, I knew so many skills already.
Yes.
So what to cook and how to clean a house.
Yeah, exactly.
Little things like that.
Yeah.
Although you kind of know how to do it, you obviously learn new things. New hacks and that you can't use on that and that you can't use on that.
Exactly, yeah.
But I think it was the freedom was so refreshing.
It is so refreshing though, because you don't have anyone helicoptering over you all the time.
Which is don't get me wrong, which is a blessing and a curse at the same time. Because, obviously, as we mentioned, as strict as our parents have been, they have obviously always done it with good intent.
Yeah,
to
of
protect
course.
us.
Yeah, no, it is definitely with good intent, but some things can hinder you as well.
Especially when you want to go out. I remember being able to go out and then coming home at 1, 2 a.m. o'clock. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because I've got my own keys to my flat.
Yeah.
So I'm oh, that's great, because then I don't have
to no one's yelling
at me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mum won't be on the kitchen table wondering where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no questions
you look after
asked.
yourself, don't you?
Yeah,
Which
you
is
do.
Nice.
And you're old enough to at some point, you got your freedom, but you also learn how to look after yourself when no one's really around you. Which is also, I'd say, the same thing with uni, though. The most part of it is actually just going out and drinking and all of that stuff. I've been embedded into the uni culture. Yeah, you do. It's a learning curve because you don't know what to do with your freedom sometimes, and you do make a lot of stupid mistakes.
Exactly.
You really do. You make questionable decisions, either financially, emotionally. It could be any sort of way, and you learn sort of the hard way. But then I think I'd say, okay, obviously it's going to come with a lot of pain and struggles and all of that stuff, but it is also the best way to learn because you just know not to do that again.
Exactly. You learn the best by making those mistakes.
Exactly.
Not intentionally making mistakes, but sometimes life lifes.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
something happens and you think, oh, well, that didn't go very well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I look back at stuff and I'm just I definitely did not do some things well.
It also gives you really good independence for life skills.
Yeah, exactly.
Your council tax, your water bills, your electric bills, all those little things.
Definitely.
You have that freedom and you think, wow, I'm on my own now. No one's doing it for me.
No.
I should probably figure this out for myself.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Food shops
is exactly. But budgeting, I am still.
I'm awful
need
at
to
budgeting.
same. I'm actually absolutely shit. I've been stupid with my money for the past couple months. I'm not even gonna lie, but that's still a learning curve for me.
Yeah. In this day and age, it is just so hard to
is hard though.
do everything you want to do.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
you have to do the things you have to do. Pay your taxes and do this.
Oh
and
yeah,
do that.
definitely. But the stuff that you want to do, sometimes you have to just push it aside. It's just
and it's so exhausting.
It is tiring. Tell me about it. And responsibilities, it came to us easy because we grew up with responsibilities or learning how to do those things.
Definitely in the sense of doing it on my own schedule.
Yes,
so not having
doing
to,
it at own time.
Ask anyone for permission to go out or letting anyone know that I'm going to be back at this time and that time.
Okay.
So it feels nice to be able to.
It feels nice.
Because when I did move out, I was working up north, wasn't I?
Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
it was I was away for a lot of the time. So again, having to meet new colleagues and kind of just being chucked in the deep end was actually a really good learning curve.
Oh yeah, definitely, for sure.
And it felt so nice.
It was refreshing though, isn't it? It's like a fresh new start.
I've had a really long week and actually I just want to rot in front of the TV today. So I'm going to just do it.
Just do it. And no questions asked, really. Do you have any advice or key takeaways for our listeners right now? On the top of your head, because there's so many things, to be fair. There is, but it's just I'd say strict parents, okay, wait, hear me out. Disappointment's temporary, but memories last for a lifetime.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one. Because
that's a good one.
they eventually do forgive you.
Yeah.
They do.
You hope so.
Well,
anyway.
hope so anyway. You would like to hope. It really depends on each and every set of parents and people, and you know what you do as well. I guess like there's loads of factors, but I'd say memories over, you know, disappointment.
Yeah.
I'd rather make the memories because
yeah.
you're not going to be 50.
You only live once.
Yeah, exactly. And you're not going to be okay. I'd say like old age of like 60, 70 and climb up like fucking Mount Everest, like, you know. So to be able to do these things at such a young age, you're taking advantage of it. Well, not taking advantage, you're living it. You need to, because I'd say 30, 40, okay, they say life gets serious and all of that stuff. It really depends how your life goes and what your trajectory is, because not everyone's life's the same.
Yeah.
But then obviously age does eventually catch up with you, and there comes the health issues, strength and all of that stuff. So you want to be able to do as much as you can in your 20s, like teens, 20s, probably even the early 30s. I mean, I still think 30s is a young age, don't you think?
To be honest, I think like
you still have the ability.
Yeah, 100%. I think like up until you're like, to be honest, I see some 8-year-olds cracking on now as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I think like the nice way to look at it is just to remember that everyone's on this earth for the first time.
Yeah.
And for one time, if that makes sense.
One time, just one time.
So exactly like what you said,
only.
like making memories is more valuable than living in a constant need to. How do I explain it? It's almost like I think this is like where it goes two ways, because it's like, as kids, like, be nice to your parents and remember that it's also their first time parenting as well, so they don't know the perfect way maybe to do it, and you might get upset with them. But at the same time, as a parent, you make sure that you consider how your kids might be feeling, and how like it's like almost like that communication.
Definitely, yeah.
I mean?
think there's a healthier, definitely from our stories. There's definitely healthier, so much more healthier ways of communicating.
Exactly,
100%,
and like better ways of going about things. You know, where it's like, you know, you know how I feel about that, but if it's something that you want to experiment with, or that's something you want to do, then just make sure. It's like you want to make sure that like kids respect you, but then also feel comfortable enough to go to you if something goes wrong.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So there's like that line, isn't there?
Exactly. Which I get is hard to
It is hard to
sometimes.
navigate that though, but yeah, definitely. But I think that's probably the healthiest way though, because you would want to be there for your kids if your kids are in a fucked up situation. Say worst case scenario, find your kids like somewhere that you don't want to be finding them, and then, you know, helping them out.
Because they were too scared to come to you.
So I'd say definitely, like I think parents should realize, also I think maybe listen to the kids as well. Just because you know more doesn't mean like they don't. They have a different perspective of the world, and I think understanding that as well will make the child feel a lot more understood.
They actually get influenced so much by their circles that you have to be really careful in the way that you influence kids in their generations and things like that, because there's so much to kind of let a child grow and figure themselves
grow
out
their wings as well,
without influencing too much. You can obviously give them the best advice, you can keep them safe as best as you can, but putting too much pressure to shape that child will only cause them to either resent you or will. I think it's honestly one of the biggest reasons why people don't really feel like they know themselves very well, because their friends, their family, their jobs all influence the way that they feel like they have to be someone that they are not. Does that make
that's
sense?
like from my personal experience as well. Like I'd say I figured out who I am compared to who I was like 5 or 10 years ago, but I still got a long way to go. Anyways, but I think
Buddhism really helped with that, you know, like that grounding and self-reflection and realizing like, actually, what do I want for myself? Freaking cool your laptop looks.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my god, is that a touchpad on the top?
Yeah, that's a touch.
Holy shit.
Technologia.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a 2020 MacBook. If you guys know me from uni, you probably see me with this laptop sitting in the library, crying my eyes out.
If I saw like the top of the thing bar,
yeah, you got
like lighted
you got
up
your little.
Yo, it has another tab.
Yeah, so it's got another tab, and then if you type, I mean, I can't really. Hang on a sec. If you type here, I think.
Oh my god, this is gonna make me want a new laptop.
But basically, if you go, you can actually type emojis from the top as well. Do you want to see it? Let me show you. Let me show you.
Oh my god.
Let me try and get it. So, see, do you like my list of notes? It's just it's like hi team, egg, sun cream, ISO clear, tart cherry juice, new notes, and hello.
Oh my god.
That's how unfinished my notes are. Like, I never finish my notes. And then I look back at them like, oh, why is that there? So you can see the emojis, and then yeah, ding ding ding. Thing is, if I run CapCut,
yeah,
it fires it up. It honestly does.
It's like a spaceship starting up.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like an
Sorry,
airplane.
that was a complete separate tangent, but that just threw me off. I was like, that is sick.
It sounds like an airplane, but I'm just like, I'd rather be on a flight than listen to this right now, you know? It would be nice if I could just go to another country, but no, I'm sitting here in one fucking place with a flipping laptop.
Sounds like it's taken off.
So, listeners, if you want to comment or DM, I don't mind, but I'm curious as to what your childhood looked like, and
where you
also
come from,
where you're from,
what your background's like,
and did you experience similar rules, similar strictness? I feel like loads of Tamils out there would be able to definitely relate, because I think it's also a cultural thing, like the strictness and all of that stuff, but it also varies from person to person, so not every parent is like that. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this funny tea spill, like beefy podcast.
Mukbang.
Yeah, there was a mukbang as well. We literally
Car
just
jump starting.
Oh god, honestly. Oh, you know what? I'll insert
Extravaganza.
a picture here, but I'm gonna blur out the number plates if there's a number plate.
Oh yeah, of us jump starting the car.
Yeah, I took a picture of that. So
as proof that we genuinely were mechanic baddies.
Like there's the cables right there sitting across from each other, and I had to roll the car back as well, like.
If AA wants to reach out for us to offer us some part-time contracts,
yeah, honestly, we could be the next AA.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, trust.
Yes.
And thank you so much for listening, and thank you for joining me on this podcast. This has actually been
so fun and eventful.
Honestly, it's been so eventful.
Car mukbang, chili cheese bites falling on the floor.
Yeah, honestly, it's
all happened.
A time, but honestly,
it's
all funny jokes and memories at the end of the day.
Thank you so much, guys, for listening to us yap.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me on the podcast.
In the passenger seat.
Yes, in the driver's seat. But anyways, so please make sure to like, share, and subscribe down below. You know the buttons. You know where to find it.
You know the drill.
Okay, so, and if you don't want to miss out on a video, please click the notification button. Click that little bell icon wherever it is. I don't even know where it is. But that's it. We out. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, driver.